Okay, so let's take a look at how you can draw maps in our language. So we will be taking a look at three libraries. First being maps, second being map data, and third being OST library. Right, so that's for Australia specific. So what we will do, we will first take a look at our studio, right? Then after that, what we will do is we will install these libraries one by one, right? So if any of that is already installed, you can just skip, right? So tools, install packages. Here we will use maps, right? Click install, right? Once installed, what it can do for you is it will allow you to run map function along with few other, right? Next we will try map data, right? So this is the one we need for mapping some of the specific nations and their states. So I'll take a look at that as well, right? So we have map data, then we also have odes, right? There is also one more library which is called leaflet that also allows you to get the data specific to nations and their respective city and states, right? So we have our three libraries. Now let's open our script and let's call for these library, right? Sorry, so it seems like a spelling mistake, right? So we have maps, then library, map data, right? Then library, move to odes, right? So we have three libraries out. What we can do is we'll try and experiment this with, let's say, a world map, right? So let me run all of these, right? So we have three maps libraries, and now we will run this map function, right? And here you see, if we zoom in, we will find world map. Okay, still not the biggest map we can see. So for that, what we can do is we will zoom into a specific nation. So let's choose USA for a change, right? So here we have USA, right? We can also draw its respective states as well, right? So what we can do is we will try and draw world map again, and this time we will add colors to it, right? So let's say color set to gray, then we have fill equals to true, right? Then we have background set to white, right? Then LWD set to 0.05, right? Then we also have to set few more parameters, 0 to 4 of them, and then finally we add a border, right? So let's see, if I want to add some, we can use 1 or set to 0. Then y limiter, and here we can set from -80 to 80, right? So let's try and plot this one. Let's run this, and we have our world map. This time it is in gray color. It's a bit less visible considering the zoom is not much supporting us. So what we can do, we can this time add specific map to say China or Japan. We can go with that, right? So let's say map Japan, right? So it's the shorter map, and here you see we have it. This is the Japan. Now if I choose to add some color to it. Let's see, gray color. Let's see how that would go. Can also set the field to true, right? And then say background seems to be white, right? And we can set the border to 0, right? Let's see if that should show enough good, right? So we have these things set up and we have good looking Japanese map. We can also do this for say China. Okay, so what we'll do one map without any form of edit and one with edit. So let's run. We have Chinese map. Now if I replace Japan with China with these parameters, let's see how that looks. And here you see it's not a visible map, it will only be showing you the background and lines, so it didn't work out the way we wanted, right? So we'll have to set different colors and feel for that, right? So that's your map data option, right? So here in this case for China we can only set the line width and few other options, right? So we will set this to China again, and let's see if I can turn this into black, remove the fill and background, right? So let's remove all of this, set the line width 1, and right here I can set from 0 to 4, right? Let's see if it shows us any good output. Okay, so this is good enough for us to view, right? Now there is one more map which is Oz, right? So it's for basically Australia. So what we can do is, let's see if we can view it without Oz map, right? So map and Oz, right? So it seems like not visible that way. If we type in NZ, we will have to check whether it's available. So we have NZ available, so New Zealand is available. I'm not much sure about Australia and its short country codes, so I will have to look that up for now. So in case of Australia, what we have here is basically few values. Set here anything between 0 to 4, right? Then we set O's function, it sets state true, and then color, let's come up with a color, something like, let's say right, so you can pick the color through any color palette nearby. So let's run this, right? And we have Australia broken down into states, right? So for that we use O's function, right? So if you set this to false, the lines between the states will fade, right? So we managed to look at maps function. Then with map data we looked at China, Japan and few other specific maps, right? Then there is also OZ or O's as they say for Australia, and to show some of the states within Australia, right? There is one more thing that map allows you to do, which is, let's say if I want to see county and within specific states such as say Texas, and if I make it set for true, right, and then set the color palette, right? Now if I run this, what will happen? symbol in map, County Texas. Okay, so I need comma, sorry, and here we go. We get different counties within Texas state. You can go for, let's say, Yomin, right? So run, and you have that. Also some other states like Iowa, you can have that as well, right? Say Florida, right? And if I run this, we have that within our map as well. So we managed to look at 3 maps, basically one with our maps library, second with map data, third with odes. So 2 functions and 3 different libraries we managed to look at. And there is one more thing that I missed, which is enabling same map. Then we have like reverse, right? So reverse and then add set to true, right? So if I choose map of France and I want to see the reverse, so what I can do, run, and I have French map. Let's add reverse. We have reverse added to it. I wish we could have more of interactive map like leaflet package, so that would allow us to view these various type of maps, right? So I will take a look at that in a brief, but these 3 that you can use in short for showing some of the simple information for your data in R.